Hi guys, welcome to Graveyard Read Book Reviews. My name's Darla. I am an interviewer for Instagram for independent authors and their books. Hope everyone is well, so let's get started. All right, I'm doing two reviews, and I'm happy to say I'm lucky to know these two very talented authors, Mr. Chad Miller, who wrote Prisoner of Despair, and also Mr. John Ward, Welcome to Scareville. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do Prisoner of Despair first. So this is part of a series. This is book 4, and I wasn't aware that it's part of a series, but if you read them and you know the characters, it kind of all blends together, okay? Also, Chad has a new book called Loose Ends coming out soon, and it has the same characters. Prisoner of Despair, I'll tell you the story. It takes place in the 1800s. There's two investigators, John Doyle and Thomas Brom. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sounds like Sherlock Holmes knockoff. It's not. The two investigators, they investigate more paranormal cases. So it's a little more horror-based than mystery of whodunit. So these characters, they work really well together, but they're very different. So in other words, John Doyle is more compassionate. He's curious. He really cares about his cases. Thomas Brom is a little more skeptical and not really someone you want to hang out with. He's kind of moody and he just seems kind of annoyed all the time. But he also has a niece, and her name is Scarlett, and she's one of my favorite characters because she has like this Nancy Drew type personality. She wants to get involved in the cases, and he doesn't want her even near the cases, her uncle. But then again, she does it anyway. She gets involved. And so the story goes that John gets a letter saying that one of his friends and his colleague, his name is Dr. Charles, I forgot his last name, but he is reported missing. And Doyle and Brom have to find out what's going on, what happened to him. The last someone has heard about Charles is that he went to see his love of his life, Cordelia. Now, they grew up together. He's in love with her. She's not too much, but she knows how important he is to her. However, Cordelia is very special because she lives with her mother, okay? And her mother is very protective and overbearing. She doesn't like any of the men that Cordelia wants to date. She has pretty much this no man is good enough for my daughter type mom. So sorry about the sunlight coming in and out. So he goes there and he sees Cordelia, and she is very sick. She's not eating. She looks gaunt. She must have lost enormous amount of weight because she's just like skeleton. She won't leave the house. She's stuck in bed. But however, Charles notices something wrong, like really wrong with Cordelia. She pretty much changes into someone he does not recognize. I'm not going to get into much, but it's quite a surprise. There's a lot of surprises in this book, mostly about Cordelia. She is one scary chick. So the best part about this book is that it's told by letters and diary entries. That made it more enjoyable for me. I really enjoyed it. So there's not real chapters. It's more like part 1, part 2, part 3. But it's all letters and diary entries for each character. And it's really good. I'm reading it, and the scenes in here are just jaw-dropping, just like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm reading. Very gory, and that makes it even better. So, Prisoner of Despair, Chad Miller. if you want to contact him, he is on Instagram. I'm sure he'll be glad to talk about the book and, give, some answered questions that you might have. So I do want to thank Chad for recommending this for me. And I'm looking forward to reading Loose Ends. So there it is, Prisoner of Despair by Chad Miller. Okay, so now we have the other one, Welcome to Scareville by John Ward. Now, these are a lot of fun. This is a YA horror. It's a really quick read, as you can see. There's plenty of these. I'm going to put some pictures around how many Scarevilles there are. There's quite a bit. He is a great writer, John Ward. It's fun. It's creepy. I'll give you the blurb really quickly. When Scareville, a store specializing in the sale of all things creepy and unusual, opens in a former funeral home in the sleepy town of Lakewood, Ohio, the whole town, goes insane with anticipation. Carson and his friends are avid horror and Halloween enthusiasts and are eager to see what it's all about. They quickly begin to realize there is something very wrong with the store owner, Mr. Enstrom, this creepy dude right here. Okay. Yes. Shrouded in mystery and strange occurrences, Carson and his friends embark on a mission to find out the sinister truth about Mr. Enstrom and Scareville. Okay, so reading this, there's a new store, Halloween store, coming to the town of Lakewood, and everyone's really excited. Everyone's excited. So most of the kids. So Carson and his family and friends go in, and they meet up with Mr. Enstrom, who is like really a mysterious, creepy guy. He has a really sinister smile, as you can tell. It's kind of like the Joker almost. Really creepy. So in his store are a lot of artifacts, like mostly in glass, encased. Like there's human skulls, there's insects, there's like limbs. There's even a coffin in the corner. Kind of the place that I want to hang out in. So yeah, so he notices that Mr. Enstrom kind of is the mysterious, that he's one place and then within a few seconds he's in the other place. And Carson's noticing, like, what is going on with this guy? I mean, and no one else is seeing this except him. So that night he goes home and he has a nightmare. And the nightmare, of course, involves Mr. Enstrom telling him, there's house rules. You don't go upstairs or downstairs in the store. So the next day, what do you think Carson and his friends are going to do? They are going to make a plan to go upstairs or downstairs. I'm not sure what they do first, but that is pretty much the story. There's a lot more, obviously. It's really scary. The mystery with Mr. Enstrom. He's a great character. I loved him. So it's a lot of fun. And like I said, John Ward has a bunch of these. The more YA horror I read, the more I love it. It's kind of, obviously his influence is Goosebumps. But, sometimes you read these and it's like a little more Twilight Zone, or it's just, it's not Goosebumps, it's his own. So I'm very happy to read this, and I hope you like this as well. John Ward is also on Instagram, and you can contact him, and he'll give you some choices. I definitely recommend the Scareville series. That's all I have. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I did a little bit better than last time. So yeah, those are my reviews. Next week I have 2 more, which I will probably show on Instagram. And I appreciate you watching. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Every time I end one of my episodes, I'm going to say this. Please support your indie authors, okay? They need so much support, and it's just great how talented these people are. So support. If you go on Instagram or Facebook, and you just like type in like indie authors or horror indie authors, a whole list will come up, and you can contact them and see if you can get like an ARC or buy it on Amazon, Kindle, whatever you can. But support the indie authors because they need that support and they need their foot in the door. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. See you later.